Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. Huge slate today. We got 16 matchups on this NHL slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. A lot of action today. Also, guys, I am going to be going live 5 o'clock today. So go ahead, tune into the live. Be going over all the matchups for NHL and NBA and everything else. So go ahead and hop in there. And yeah, we'll hop in it. First matchup, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Washington Capitals. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -175. Washington +155 with the over-under at 6.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 3-2. Washington 1-2-1. Head-to-head, Toronto is 6-3-1. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 8 matchups. Toronto coming off a Tampa Bay win 4-3. Washington coming off back-to-back losses. Toronto 5-1 against Washington. They've been very good head-to-head against Washington here. And yeah, Washington, 2 rough losses. I think I'm going to lean with the Maple Leafs on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Anaheim Ducks versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus opening up as home favorites at -145. Anaheim +125 with the over-under at 6.5. Anaheim coming into this matchup 1-4. Columbus 3-2. Head-to-head, Anaheim is 8-2. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. Anaheim, 3-game losing streak. It's definitely been a rough stretch for Anaheim. Columbus coming off a 2-game winning streak. Big Calgary and Minnesota win. Anaheim 0-6 on the road. They're still 1-17 in their last 18. So it's been a real struggle for Anaheim to get any kind of wins. Yeah, I just don't love betting on teams that struggle winning. And Columbus looking pretty good the last 2 games here. Anaheim's, struggling to get about 2 goals a game so far this season. And I think I'm going to take Columbus at home. Next matchup, we got the Buffalo Sabres versus the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa opening up as home favorites at -180. Buffalo +160 with the over-under at 7. Buffalo coming into this matchup 2-4. Ottawa 3-2. Head-to-head, Ottawa is 7-2-1. The over is just 2-7 in the last 9 meetings. Buffalo coming off a Montreal loss. Ottawa coming off a Detroit loss. Buffalo, they are just 1-7 on the road against Ottawa. 3-7 straight up against Ottawa. They've really struggled against Ottawa here. Ottawa 5-1 at home. Playing pretty good at home. Both teams coming off a loss. I like Ottawa at home here. Buffalo, they've really struggled on the road against Ottawa. And I think I'm going to take the Senators at home. Next matchup, we've got the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Carolina opening up as road favorites at -125. Tampa Bay +105 with the over-under at 6.5. Carolina coming into this matchup 3-3. Tampa Bay 2-2-2. Head-to-head, Carolina's 5-4-1. The over's hit in 3 out of the last 9 meetings. Carolina on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Colorado loss. Tampa Bay coming off a Toronto loss. Been a struggle for Tampa Bay. They're 1-4 in their last 5. Haven't looked that good, to be honest. And, is getting a home matchup here against Carolina, who's, coming off a couple rough games, 1-3 in their last 4. And Tampa Bay, yeah, not the great, no big advantages here. Both teams kind of underperforming this first 2 weeks of NHL season, and I think I'll take Tampa Bay +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the New Jersey Devils versus the Montreal Canadiens. Devils opening up as road favorites at -215. Montreal plus 190 with the over-under at 6.5. Devils coming into this matchup 2-1-1. Montreal 3-1-1. Head-to-head, the Devils are 7-2-1. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. The Devils coming off an Islanders win. Montreal on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Buffalo win. Montreal playing pretty good hockey. You know, the Devils, they are good against Montreal. 7-0 on the road against Montreal. 11-3 against Montreal. I mean, they've been pretty dominant against the Canadiens here. To pay minus 215 or higher, kind of risky because Montreal's looked pretty good so far the first 2 weeks of hockey. And I'm going to take the plus money at home. I know the stats probably say to go with the Devils. They've been very good head-to-head here. But I like what I've seen from Montreal, and getting very big plus money for a team that's playing good. That's always a good sign, and I'll take that every time here. Give me Montreal plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Dallas Stars versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Dallas opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Pittsburgh plus 100 with the over-under at 6. Dallas coming into this matchup 3-0-1. The Penguins 2-3. Head-to-head, Pittsburgh 6-2-2. The over's hit in 2 out of the last 9 meetings. Dallas on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Philly and Anaheim win. Pittsburgh on a little 2-game losing streak, coming off a St. Louis and Detroit loss. Dallas, they have struggled against Pittsburgh. 3-6 against Pittsburgh. 1-5 on the road against Pittsburgh. I think that's a good spot for Pittsburgh on a 2-game losing streak. They've been very good head-to-head against Dallas here, and I think I'm going to take Pittsburgh plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the San Jose Sharks versus the Florida Panthers. Florida opening up as home favorites at minus 265. San Jose plus 230 with the over-under at 6.5. San Jose coming into this matchup 0-4-1. Florida 2-3. Head-to-head, Florida's 9-1. The over's hit in 4 out of the last 10 meetings. San Jose yet to get a win so far this season. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They've scored 1 goal in every game but one of them, where they had 3 against Carolina. Florida coming off a Vancouver loss. Yeah, it is a very bad-looking San Jose team to start the season. They're 1-4 on the road against Florida. 0-8 head-to-head against Florida. They have not been able to beat the Panthers in a long time, and yeah, I think I'm going to take Florida at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Avalanche versus the New York Islanders. Colorado opening up as road favorites at minus 135. The Islanders plus 120 with the over-under at 5.5. Colorado coming into this matchup 5-0. The Islanders 2-1-1. Head-to-head, split down the middle, 5-4-1. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. And Colorado, 5-0 to start the season, coming off a big Carolina win. They've looked very good to start the season. Islanders on a 2-game losing streak here. Colorado 4-1 against the Islanders, 16-1 on the road. I mean, they've been very dominant on the road here, playing great. Gonna roll with the Avalanche on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Kraken versus the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Seattle plus 115 with the over-under at 6.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 1-4-1. Detroit 5-1. Head-to-head, Seattle is 3-0-1. The over's hit in 2 out of the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Seattle coming off a Rangers loss. You know, it's been a rough start for Seattle. They haven't played that great. And Detroit, great start for Detroit on a 5-game winning streak after losing their first game. Coming off a big Calgary win. Their last 3 games, they've put up 6, 5, and 6 goals. And yeah, Detroit's hot right now and playing well. Gonna roll with the Red Wings at home here. Next matchup, we got the Boston Bruins versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Bruins opening up as road favorites at minus 235. Chicago plus 195 with the over-under at 6. Bruins coming into this matchup 5-0. Chicago 2-4. Head to head, the Bruins are 7-2-1. The over's hit in 5 out of the last 9 meetings. Boston, yeah, what a great start coming off a big Anaheim win. They beat Chicago 3-1 in their opener, and yeah, Boston playing very well. Chicago on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Vegas loss. Yeah, Boston 13-1 on the road, very dominant on the road here. 5-1 against Chicago. Yeah, I love the way Bruins are playing. Just got to ride this win streak out because they look great, and I'm gonna take the Bruins on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Blues versus the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg opening up as home favorites at -190. The Blues +150 with the over/under at 6. Blues coming into this matchup 2-1-1. Winnipeg 2-3-0. Head to head, you got Winnipeg 8-1-1. The over's hit in 4 out of the last 8 meetings. The Blues coming off a big Pittsburgh win. Winnipeg coming off an Edmonton win. You know, the numbers aren't great for St. Louis. They're 1-4 on the road against Winnipeg. 1-6 against Winnipeg. They've really struggled against Winnipeg here. And yeah, it's kind of been their weakness. And I like Winnipeg at home. I mean, they've been dominant against St. Louis. And I'll take Winnipeg at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Edmonton Oilers versus the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota opening up as home favorites at -125. Edmonton +115 with the over/under at 6.5. Edmonton coming into this matchup 1-3-1. The Wild 2-2-1. Head to head, Minnesota's 8-2. The over's hit in 5 out of the last 10 meetings. Edmonton on a 2-game losing streak, coming off the Winnipeg and Philly loss. Minnesota also on a 2-game losing streak as well. Edmonton 1-8 against Minnesota. 0-5 on the road against the Wild. They have not been able to really beat the Wild at all. And both teams struggling, and the Wild, and dominant against Edmonton. I'm going to roll with the Wild at home here. Next matchup, we got the Vancouver Canucks versus the Nashville Predators. Nashville opening up as home favorites at -120. Vancouver +110 with the over/under at 6. Vancouver coming into this matchup 3-2. Nashville 3-3. Head to head, Vancouver's 5-3-2. The over's hit in 7 out of the last 10 meetings. Vancouver coming off a Florida win 5-3. Nashville coming off a 2-game winning streak, beating the Rangers and San Jose. They're just 2-4 against Nashville. Nashville 6-2 at home, playing pretty well at home. Yeah, you got both teams, I'd say, playing pretty well to start the season. And Vancouver is 10-5 on the road, so it hasn't been bad on the road here. And I think I'm going to take a shot with Vancouver +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Rangers versus the Calgary Flames. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -125. The Flames +110 with the over/under at 6. Rangers coming into this matchup 3-2. Calgary 2-3-1. Head to head, Calgary 6-3-1. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 9 meetings. Rangers coming off a Seattle win. Calgary on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a bad Columbus and Detroit loss. The Rangers 1-6 against Calgary, 2-5 on the road against Calgary. They really struggled against the Flames here, and I like the Flames at home, and I'll take Calgary +1.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Coyotes versus the Los Angeles Kings. Kings opening up as home favorites at -200. Arizona +170 with the over/under at 6.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 3-2. The Kings 2-2-1. Head to head, LA's 7-1-2. The over's hit in 5 out of the last 10 meetings. Arizona on a 2-game winning streak, coming off an Anaheim and St. Louis win. LA coming off a Boston loss. Arizona a 3-17 on the road, 1-4 against LA. Haven't been very good head-to-head against LA, but they look good in the last 2 games. Look pretty decent so far to start the season. I kind of like the Coyotes on the road, getting big plus money. And I'm going to take a shot with Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. And then the last matchup, we got the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Philadelphia plus 175 with the over-under at 6. Flyers coming into this matchup 3-1-1. Vegas 6-0. Head-to-head, Vegas is 5-5. The over's hit in 5 out of the last 10 meetings. Philly coming off a Dallas loss. And then Vegas coming off a big Chicago win. Undefeated to start the season. They're playing great. One of the few unbeatens left in NHL. They're 6-0 at home. Yeah, gotta ride these win streaks out. I mean, they've just looked dominant. And really hard to bet against Vegas right now. And I'll take the Golden Knights at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.